Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs podcast? Welcome to the Chiefs Blitz podcast, brought to you by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news. Our podcast is produced by Bowtie Sports and hosted by Dick Happen, Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, Hens Todd, and special contributor, Fox 4 sports reporter and anchor, Harold Kuntz. Please like and subscribe to our show. Now let's talk Kansas City Chiefs football.
Football. That's right, gang. We are back and better than our last show. We hope we've widened out to the 3-shot for today. As you can see, the coach, Andre Tillman, has joined us. Our extraordinary producer, Hensley Todd, and publisher of the Gold Jacket List, which you'll all become even more familiar with today in case you haven't been listening. But it is Friday. The Chiefs had a bunch of young bucks on the field today. I think upwards of 100, or maybe that was an exaggeration by Veach, but 20 signed UDFAs for the time being, and the rest of them were tryout guys and so forth. So it'll be interesting to see what the scuttlebutt is coming out of there, but we'll get to all that, as well as Brett Veach's appearance on the Pat McAfee show earlier today. It's always interesting to hear Brett talk about things. So, all right, Coach, what do you got for us? What's happening? Where you been?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Luke. We got him.
Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot. Guys, hey, in the chat, mark it down. Monday from CBS Sports HQ, JP Acosta will be joining us live. So that'll be interesting. He's had some things to say about the Chiefs draft and many other teams, but we only care about one team. So we'll have JP on and we'll grill him with a bunch of questions, and hopefully he'll have the answers you all like. And if you don't, well, just let us know in the chat.
Right, go ahead, Coach. What you about to say?
Man, I've been chilling, working. Just working, making moves. That's about it, man.
Making moves. All right.
Yeah, trying to get my schedule together. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
Hence,
All right.
you're still sporting Yale. You're a Yale supporter. Eli Yale. Do any of your kids getting 1,500 on the SAT or whatever the hell they need to get in there?
Well, my son, he tried to do something, but hey. But other than that, man, I support the Yale head because hey, I like the quarter world look.
That.
You just like to yell. That's all
that texture. Is. Yeah, and it is pretty fancy. It is pretty fancy. You got that rope across the face there.
You get those oysters going. You can definitely get some yell.
So what they said, we got let's hear from Brett Veach on Pat McAfee show. We'll get right into that.
Let's talk about draft season for you. Let's talk about everything that goes into that. Whenever you're deciding what you need to do with your team, obviously there's self-eval happening throughout the entirety of last season. As you get into off season, you start shaping together what you want your team to look like. And when you do that, is that when you decide, okay, we got to move on from McDuffie? Maybe we go young in the defense. First 4 draft picks will be defense. Like when in the process do you kind of decide what you're going to do, if that makes sense to you, Brett Veach?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're always thinking a year to 2 years out, and our mindset is to just stay fluid. And obviously, Pat, that kind of directed our decision to go with Mansoor Delane with that first pick. It's we were trying to keep that one quiet, but heading into the offseason, we had to obviously make a tough decision, trading Trent McDuffie. But in addition to losing Trent, we also lost our cornerback number 2, Jalen Watson, ironically, both to the Rams. So, there are a lot of needs we had entering the draft, but it's very difficult when you lose cornerback number 1 and cornerback number 2. So certainly had our eyes on Mansoor. And if there's one way to Steve Spagnuolo's heart, it's press corners that like to tackle. So really excited to add him. And again, it's always difficult to replace players like Watson, players like McDuffie, but we certainly think Mansoor has the skill set that will fit nicely in this scheme, and we're certainly excited to have him.
Let's talk about draft season for you. Let's talk about
what you get from that. What you get? What he said all draft week.
Well, I mean, he did talk a lot about this stuff, I guess, after the fact. some of the things that he went on to say that kind of stood out to me. He's always looking 2 and 3 years out, so that's nothing new. Talked about got to get off the field on third down when he was asked about, why defensive players, improving the run game. So obviously goes out and gets his guy, Kenneth Walker III. The other thing too, now I think he's mentioned this before, but he talked about Travis at the end of the year, where they kind of knew he was coming back right after the last game, where he basically said, I ain't going out like that. So that was interesting. Of course, the shout out to the PA and Ohio players, DNA, nothing like it. But as far as the draft is concerned, yeah, I mean, the one thing is that they really leaned on analytics to kind of figure out some of the movement ahead of them. So that was interesting. And the fact that by using the analytics, they thought it was almost 100% necessary. They had to get ahead of New Orleans because they thought for sure that they'd be going, with the top corners, because they had similar needs, running game, corners, and so forth. So that was that was pretty good appearance by Brett, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty good. They moved up. They kept it quiet. Some teams don't usually keep it quiet with guy. Well, the Cardinals kept it quiet. With the guy because nobody knew they was going to take Jeremiah Love until like the leading up to the draft, and that came out. Did they probably take Jeremiah Love? But he had
less need. He had less need on, so they went through kind of the same thing with Ty Simpson, where they were kind of very clandestine about it. As well, like told the kid really kind of keep this between us as far as their meetings, and Sean goes so far to say that I never met the guy, and then you come to find out that they had met, and so that was pretty neat. But one of the cool things, and this was probably a little bit different, right before that part finished, they asked him about free agents that are still on the market. And they pull up a graphic and they've got all the guys' faces up there. And Brett just has like a little smirk on his face. And he said, and I think the question was, hey, do you plan on adding any veterans and so forth? And he talked about the rookie camp and so forth. But he said, I've already had some conversations with the agents. So, I mean, Tyreek was up there. They didn't ask him directly about Tyreek Hill, but he did get a little smirk on his face when they brought up the graphics. So I thought that was pretty good. Already spoken with some of the agents. So Brett's making his moves too, Coach.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm also ready for the number changes as well, man. The guys is going to come in and rocking. Delane, going to be wearing number 5, Woods 99. Art Mason Thomas, 34. He said he opened to changing his number today.
That's a weird choice, right?
Yeah, that's a weird choice for him.
Kind of a running back number.
Old school pass rusher number. Kennedy, 22. Johnson, number 10. And Allen, 13. Keenan Allen. Could he be Keenan Allen wearing number 13? I don't know. And the quarterback is wearing number 14. Hey. These are what jersey are y'all looking to purchase in the chat? I know I'm looking to purchase number 34. If number 34 is still there, I'm gonna go get it. Or maybe if he changed his number on it somewhere around.
Dale Carter wore 34. Remember he was probably, and there was a running back in the not too distant past. I can't remember his name right now, but 34 I don't know that it's really been used that much lately. Mm-hmm. That is an interesting one.
Yeah, that is interesting. I got 5 on it. 5 going to come out and lockdowns and stuff. We'll get later into that. Also, Lou, what you have for us today and your film breakdown for us?
All right, so we talked. I mean, we talked all along the draft process about the Golden Jackets, the Red Dots, and so forth, and kind of doing breakdowns of the guys. So I took it one step further now with the UDFAs, and now they have become official. I think the official site of the team put out the 20 guys. We talked on Wednesday about who did we have on Wednesday? Do you recall?
Jeff
Caldwell, the wide receiver, and
Wesley.
Basanthi, the linebacker from Miami. So I think they're both still on the list. So we're good there. So today we're going to talk about another defensive back, a safety. They didn't draft any safety, so this could be an interesting one. Xavier Nwankpa from Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa State Player of the Year as a senior. He was actually a 5-star recruit, which is the highest that Iowa's had in the Kirk Ferentz era. So they typically don't, get 5 stars, but here you go. Xavier, the guy, he's like a prototype. If you were to build this new hybrid type player in the NFL, basically he's got like Eamon Wari type size. He's a little lighter, but 6'2", 208, runs under 4.5, 37.5-inch vertical. The RAS isn't quite as high, but it's still up there. It's over 9. So that's really where the kid just looks like a player, and it looks kind of what you need right now in today's NFL and what most teams are looking for. So again, wingspan, the arm length, everything is there. Frame, he could probably add some more pounds if they want him to play more in the box, which he did. He did play a lot of snaps at Iowa in the box, played some nickel, played some slot. So he's been everywhere. Really good in terms of straight line speed. As I mentioned, very versatile, positionless player, if you would. Again, playing in the box, playing free, playing the slot. So, physical and run support. So you're going to see a little bit of that. And in terms of, again, an undrafted guy, most of them, their way onto the team is to make through special team. And he played special teams all 4 phases throughout his time at Iowa. They really emphasize special teams. So he's going to have a big leg up on some of the guys that maybe didn't play much special teams. And typically, top end college players aren't playing a lot on special teams, but he did. Now, some of the things that you worry about is he sometimes a little slow to recognize route concepts, peeking in at the quarterback, maybe a little too much, trying to be the ball hawk, which again can be a positive too, but in some cases it could be a tough thing for him. Quick wide receivers, I think, with a lateral movement, his man coverage against those types of guys isn't the greatest, and he did allow way too many completions and TDs versus the number of interceptions he had. So he projected as like a 7th round to preferred free agent, and that's kind of where he landed. So again, this is the way you draw it up in terms of body type, height, weight, speed, all that stuff is there. So he's going to project to a box safety that can cover tight ends. But as I said, special teams is probably going to be his way onto the team at first. And then hopefully they can develop him into being a little bit more, maybe like a 2 or 3 down player in terms of on the defense. So we'll see what Spags and Dave Merritt have to do with him. But I think he has the athleticism, all the stuff that you need to be that kind of hybrid player.
Right. I kind of like the kid. Watched him play a little bit. I thought he got drafted when we got later in the rounds, but I didn't know he could win undrafted free agent. Like he's 6'2", you know what I mean? He's that type of, fast safety that you probably need in the back end. Hey, and sometimes these guys that undrafted free agents, turn out to be great guys. And maybe he got an opportunity, but the Chiefs need some depth at safety, right? They need some depth at safety, and then he probably come in and get it on the back end of the squad and make the team, make the 53-man roster. Who knows? But hey, it's all up in here from that kid, man. The coverage ability is there, the hitting is there. Special teams, you can make it on special teams, but if you come in and outplay somebody else, who knows spot you can take. And the Spags like those big and physical. You heard Brett Veach said physical, it's guys that can tackle, and this guy showed that he can tackle. He showed that he can come out and lay the wood on anybody that's coming out the backfield or coming across the field. You want those type of guys on this team. So hey, if number 1 can come out here and this rookie mini camp and come out and put up some numbers, hey, I'm all for it. What you have to say, Coach?
Put him in the box. Just put him in the box, man. As a hyper linebacker, man. Put him in the nickel. He's okay. Like I said, it's a reason why he went undrafted. His coverage skills really ain't that good, but he's a for sure tackler. I just put him in as a nickel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's elite when it comes to that situation. But I don't know. I feel like with him, man, you can do a lot of stuff with him just around the box. He can really get in there. You know what I'm saying? So put him around the box. Put him the hyper nickel. We'll see.
Yeah, so the Chiefs have normally done, I mean, over the years, have always done a good job with the undrafted guys. They typically will find like one or two that will stick with the team. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's a bunch of receivers. We'll talk a little bit more about them as we move forward here in the springtime. But yeah, some interesting players. This was one of them, and I don't know, these Iowa dudes. They tend to show out. Kirk Ferentz, obviously going back to his days with the Cleveland Browns under Belichick, he's offensive line, defense, special teams. I mean, that's kind of his calling card. So that's why you see guys like Cooper DeJean and the like, come into the league and play at a high level fairly quickly. Now we'll see about this kid. He didn't live, I guess, up completely to the billing of a 5-star recruit and everything else in terms of production at Iowa. Some of that can be the fact that offensively they're a little bit challenged, so they don't score a ton of points, and the defense is on the field a lot. So yeah, we'll see. He's an interesting player. I'd like to see him take some reps. Hopefully, we get some footage from the field at some point here.
Yeah, I want to see what this kid can do. Like I said, we need some depth and safety. We need some guys that's out there can come out here, can challenge. Jaden Hicks, the Golden Jacket kid is out there, but you got what's his name? Connor, number 27.
Hicks and Gilman, the free safety or the free agent that came in from Chargers through Baltimore to Kansas City. And I think he's definitely kind of taken that Justin Reed role. I believe that's kind of the way I believe it's going to go. And then, yeah, it's going to be up to Hicks to step up. It's going to be up to Shamari Connor to step up, contract year for him for sure. And maybe this kid, there's another one out there, Deshaun Singleton, I think is his name, in from Nebraska. I think we'll do him next week, because he's another one of these hybrid type safeties that has a chance for sure.
And when do the rookie mini camp ends? When are they?
I think it's just over the weekend.
Over the weekend. So some of the guys will be cut probably what?
Yeah, I'm sure Monday. I mean, a good portion of it, like he said. I mean, he said 100. I don't know if there's that many, but I would imagine it's close. But there's a lot of tryout players that didn't necessarily get contracts. They just kind of come in on their own dime or whatever. And now I would imagine a lot of them do have commitments to other teams as well. They're going to try out there. So you don't see a lot of those stick, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. But let's get right into the topic of the day. I know a lot of people seen the thumbnail, say, "Here go Hintz again."
Yeah,
here he is again.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it again.
I'm one of them. Yes,
I'm one of them. I'm not blaspheming. I'm just saying, if you look at the tape and you look at the playing style, this kid fits that mold over Darrelle Revis. How he shuts down people in over there in LSU, and Darrelle Revis did it in the NFL. Looking at his numbers, man, 13. He only allowed 13 catches on 35 targets, 165 yards allowed, 2 receptions allowed, over 20 yards, 2 interceptions, 7 pass breakup, 34 tackles, 26.7 pass rating allowed. That's unheard of. That's like you playing your little nephew on Madden. He don't know how to pass the ball, right? He don't know how to pass the ball, and you giving up that passer rating on Madden. But again, man, this kid, I feel like he's gonna come out and shock the world, man, and do it very well, man. And like I said, you look at Darrelle Revis. When he did, everybody forget he did play with the Chiefs, but he didn't do that well with the Chiefs. But remember, notable receivers that he shut down in 2009. Aaron, what's his name? Johnson, Randy Moss twice. You know, all these guys that's Hall of Famers out there that he put in lock, and I feel like that Delane can come out and do the same thing. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see what I'm saying before I get into the film?
It's too early. It's too early to say that.
It ain't too early.
It's too early to say that.
Early, sir.
It's too early to say that.
I mean,
man.
you can certainly compare the play style.
Mhm.
I think just at the onset, Darrelle to me just seemed like a lot more. Now again, we have the benefit of watching an entire NFL career, but a very physical dude. I'm not saying Mansoor isn't or won't be, but again, I haven't seen him play. It's hard to go back, get in the Wayback Machine. Okay, what was Darrelle coming out of Pitt? He was highly regarded. He was a first round pick. So a lot of the measurables and everything else, that's where you can make the comparison. Now, again, I would pump the brakes again as far as the gold jacket stuff, because he has to go out and do it. But he certainly has the skills and, again, the profile to do it. So I think a lot of this also comes from the fact that when teams are playing LSU, they were probably throwing the other way, quite frankly. So, he's everything that they.
That's the same thing saying with Sauce Gardner. When Sauce came out of college, nobody scored a touchdown on him until you got into the league.
Everything you want, and I think that's what Spags saw, and that's what I think has Spags really, really excited about the kid, and I think we all should be too. But again, just the gold jacket stuff.
As far as them getting a DB, yes, he is one of the top DBs came out the draft. But I ain't gonna go too far and say he's that island, he's that Revis type guy yet, because he hasn't been in the league yet. You haven't been in the league. You gotta go out there and prove that. You gotta prove you own that island. You gotta go out there and prove that in the NFL. You ain't there yet, sir. You ain't there yet, sir.
He is that yet, sir.
You ain't there yet, sir.
He is that, sir. Let's get right into his highlights. I'm gonna go ahead and beat y'all for the intro. Get rope.
Hens. Golden jackets are for real. The all 22 fam studying hints. Put in show up on draft day. To your favorite teams, 53-man rosters. It's the golden jackets. Say what? It's the golden jackets. Hens.
Yeah, so we got an MC on retainer here that just kind of spits these things out, and surprisingly, we've made this about hens. I guess we're talking about players, but evidently it is all about Hensley Todd. So here we go.
It's on mute. Where you at, man?
Did you mute your mic?
I think you did. I guess you just watch the video. You're just gonna watch the video.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
my back. But I said when you watch his video, man, Mendor, he came out playing hard this season. Earned that the Chiefs trained up for him and been quiet, very quiet. As I watched this tape, man, like I said, man, when he got drafted, I think this kid reminds you of Darrelle Revis. I don't care. I know Dre said he got to earn this spot. Don't lose said it's probably blaspheming and all this nonsense. But again, man, I'm telling you guys, better than Trent McDuffie, better than Deuces, better than all those kids that we had. Hey, I know my guys is Marcus Peters. Heck, I say better than Peters. If he can come out here and show that what he can do in this uniform with the Kansas City Chiefs, he gonna put that 5 on notice. That number 5 is going to be real represented. I know it's represented by Hollywood Brown, but this kid got dog, the bark, the intensity that you want in your backfield for the Kansas City Chiefs for years to come. As you seen the list, guys, I'm not going to play it again before. You seen our normal lot on there. You seen the golden jacket guys. I brought y'all before. And now here comes Delane. Delane is going to come out here and be that guy, man. I'm telling you guys. Hey, I know Jeremiah Love is going with the Arizona Cardinals.
So I'm guessing they swore you to secrecy as well, hence, because I don't recall you mentioning him once.
Oh, no, come on, go
so
search
you did,
the internet.
So you did an amazing. You did an amazing job of being also keeping it on the low.
I would definitely agree with that one. I definitely agree with that one.
Wait a second. We did mock 5.0. I had him mocked to the Chiefs Chiefs at 9, and I took
Lou
so
always
much
gotta
heat.
hate.
I took so much heat. So again, your acting skills must be off the charts,
Hey,
because
it's great.
at no point was it, wow, yeah, gold jacket kid. It was like, they're not going to take it. They're not taking a corner that high. Oh my God, Merritt can take my high school kid and make him a gold jacket corner. Why would we use the 9th pick? What are we doing?
He's there.
Oh yeah, you were sworn to secrecy too. You did well. That was good.
Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, if you search the internet, you search my name, you will see my name talking about Mansoor Delane.
I just feel like the man got to prove himself, man. I can't throw that.
Every rookie that got drafted has to prove themselves.
They have to prove themselves.
What we're talking about is, I guess, if the guy plays at his best, what can he be?
What can he bring to the NFL? Right. We know we did in college, but what can he specifically, Lou? What can Delane bring to the NFL at that position right now?
On Revis, and it's the 4.
Right.
It's the same.
No, Revis Island was earned though. Revis win gets them great competition though.
Well, Darrelle was pretty highly regarded coming out. I mean, coming out of Pitt. I mean,
that's different.
He was that guy. So again, we don't know what's going to happen, but I guess it's based on the skill level and everything else. He does have that profile that's what it could be. So that's where the comparison, I would say, is just maybe from a play style perspective. And then what he does is what he does. So that's just time's going to tell that.
Well, I don't think time's going to tell that if you look at his numbers, but also like he it was a list that was out there. I posted last week or something like that. That I want to get your opinions on. They said the best cornerback in the NFL history. You know what I mean? Who are y'all? You know what I mean, in the chat as I bring up the list. You got Revis, you got Champ Bailey, Deion Sanders, all these guys up there. So you talk about cornerbacks. Who's the best one? You know what I mean? Would you go on record? I know everybody gonna say Deion, but I don't think it's Deion. Who do y'all think? You know what I mean? Who do you think on the list is deserving the best corner in the NFL ever? I know you see more ball than us, so it's probably somebody, that ain't on the list.
Yeah. I would certainly put Prime in there. You have to. I mean, from everything he did at Florida State to what he did in the NFL, and it was just different, right? Mm-hmm. Now there are guys that have had more interceptions and so forth and done different things, but as far as the biggest stages, when he had his opportunity, he showed out. I mean, Rod Woodson was an amazing player, and later in his career he played some safety, and he's again just an amazing player. One of my favorites that isn't on there was a guy that played for the Chiefs, number 29, Albert Lewis. Albert Lewis was amazing. Now, the team wasn't that good. They got pretty good. He was there, I think, right before Marty got there. But then once they kind of started putting that defense together with Derek, with Neil Smith, and those defensive backs were no joke. I mean, I think they had Cherry and Burris playing in the back end, and then the corners were Albert Lewis and Kevin Ross. And that was like the best defensive backfield, in my eyes, that the Chiefs have ever had. But I think it ranks up there with the best. So Albert Lewis, to me, still as a man corner, he was up there. Mel Blount from the Steelers, you got to include him. He was like one of the first guys. He was like 6'4", right? And he was like one of the first really big guys. I mean, any one of those ones. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, Champ Bailey, Sherman was a little bit different. I think he was more of like that zone corner. They played one of the best Seahawks style, and so forth. Didn't have like the top end speed, but for what he was doing, he was really good at it.
Yeah, the technique was amazing. But now mine will definitely be Darrelle Revis, man, because again, what I stated before, he went against the best. I mean, the best in this prime. He went against the best, and he locked them down, man. Locked them down. No safety help over the top, none. I love Deion Sanders. I love. He's just so athletically gifted, man. I ain't taking away from his technical standpoint, but Revis, you wasn't getting nothing on Revis, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Like under 35 yards, Randy Moss, and that's what Randy Moss was with the Patriots, and he was tearing the lead up. But he ran into Darrelle Revis, and man, shoot, that's locked down for. But
look what he did to Chad Johnson, man. He beat. I mean, he manhandled Chad. And Chad was the best. Chad was in his prime. Like, he manhandled Chad, man. You know what I'm saying? So even Steve Smith's a dog, and Steve Smith had to give credit to him. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff you got to earn that. You got to earn that nickname. You know what I'm saying? You can't just throw it out there.
Yeah,
got to be earned, man.
Well, the referees weren't quite as quick with the flags, you know, in terms of the defensive backs holding guys a little bit. So those
referees love football, Lou. They love football, man.
But hey, you got to play. I mean, you play in the era that you're in, and you do what you got to do to do your job. And so it was a little bit different though. Guys were getting mugged a lot more.
Hold on, Luke. Where's Marcus Peters at? Since you talking about your goal, where's Marcus Peters at?
First of all, I didn't get my take yet. So he
is the question mark there.
Oh, okay.
He is other. He is other.
I see Jim Beatty play. If I had to choose like the one to say, okay, by numbers and by Pro Bowls and by interceptions and by yards and give up, it had to be Chin Bailey, right? Chin Bailey only 28. He had 28. Well, a lot of interceptions. I don't got his numbers right in front of me, but I know he led, all the interceptions. Deion Sanders, everybody gonna go by prime, but Charles Woodson, Rob Woodson, those guys was pretty good as well. Darrelle Revis was great. Tall Law, when he was with New England, he was great as well until he came over to Kansas City. You didn't see that. Richard Sherman, he talked and backed it up, right? Jalen Ramsey and Richard Sherman are the same guy, right? They're talking, they'll back it up. Yeah, they're talking, back it up.
Ramsey was different though. Boy.
Patrick Peterson was one of those guys that that backed it up too. But it was one guy that don't know that list. That's number 22. The only one that can wear number 22 very proudly, and that's Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters was that dog. I know he didn't get along with people in the locker room or coaches on the bus or none of that nonsense or fighting fans in the stands. I understand that. But when it came to taking the ball away, ripping the ball out, that's what Marcus Peters came, and that's what I want. I don't want nobody out here trying to tackle nobody. You tackle the football. The football is your enemy. The football is your money. So you take the ball away as much as you can.
I think the football is your friend.
It ain't your friend, it's your enemy. When you play the sport, it's your enemy. So you must attack your friend. Okay. So say if I'm playing Dre's my friend. Dre's my friend.
You want to take care of your friends, right?
You want to kick your friend's ass. He's your friend, that's your enemy. Shit.
But there's a couple of guys that weren't on there. Michael Haynes was a badass too. Played a lot of his career with the Patriots, but then finished up with the Raiders. But that was another just superior athlete, ball skills, the whole thing.
Where's Brandon Flowers at?
Yeah, I don't think he profiles to the best. I don't know that. Well, there's a few guys on there that I wouldn't have on there. There's one player on there that even I never saw play, Dick Lane. Now, I think he had a ton of interceptions in his career, but he played even before my time. So that's in the Wayback Machine. You might have to get the black and white. Nah.
Hey, Lou, I see a lot of disrespect on this list. Where's Trent McDuffie at? Where's Trent McDuffie at, man?
Well, best in history. Trent's like 4 years into his career. I don't know.
Oh, man, I'm just saying. That's love, though. That's your boy, T. That's why you got the nickname T-Cuffs. Where is he at, man?
I said best in history.
Yeah, this is in history. So my
God. Well, I guess he's still playing then, I guess. I'm just saying, man.
If it had to be history, if we go off of history, got
Ramsey. Did Ramsey make history? I mean, Ramsey's still playing.
I don't like the Broncos, man. I really don't. But Jim Bailey.
Well, Jalen's got to be 10 years in, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's closer to his way out than he is, just getting into the league.
Crystal said 4 years ago was history. I'm just saying McDuffie should be up there, though. You know what I'm saying? Because Ramsey's still playing. I'm just saying, In the Chiefs uniform, T-Cuss was him in the Chiefs uniform, right? You can say that it was him.
If one guy on this list, if you're not the guys, just guys off the list. If you had to build your defense around, what guy you take?
Darrelle Revis.
Lou?
I'm still going with Prime. I would not build the defense around, but you're saying off of this list, take one corner, I'm taking Prime.
I take Darrelle Revis. Go ahead, Bo.
I have to take Champ Bailey, man. I don't like the Broncos, but that goddamn.
Are you talking about Redskin Champ Bailey? Or are you talking about the Broncos Champ Bailey?
All around Champ Bailey.
Both. Yeah, I think he was probably just about as good with both.
Man, Redskin Champ Bailey was unknown, but he was. Oh man, he was that guy, man. But I say Revis again because he can tackle everything you want from a corner. Revis was it.
Mm-hmm.
Physical, cover.
And who's the guy you said that you didn't recognize on the list?
I didn't say didn't recognize. I know the name. I just never saw him play. He was before my time. Dick Lane.
He played for what? Green Bay Packers.
Looks like the Detroit Lions.
Crystal said, "What about Darrell Green?
He's better known from his nickname was Night Train. Dick Night Train Lane.
Darrell, Mr. Green Jeans, Washington Redskins.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, absolutely. He should be up there.
Everybody said Prime. I know everybody gonna say Prime Dion.
Why don't you like Prime Dion? Why?
I didn't say I didn't like him. I said if I had to choose all these names on the list,
why not choose Dion?
I'm taking.
But you chose Revis. So what are you saying, Coach?
No, it's the reason why I chose Revis. Though I want to know what's your specific reason why you're not choosing Dion.
I didn't say I said I don't on the list, but Dion, he can back it up.
So did you pick one? You picked Champ.
I picked Champ.
I don't think you can really go wrong with any of the guys up there. I mean, again, I don't know that like Sherman's really not known as kind of like that lockdown. You're going to put him out there man to man against somebody, and he's going to shut him down. So and even Charles Woodson, I think I thought he was much better as a safety than he was a corner. But again, that's just splitting hairs. But some of the guys that I mentioned, like I would certainly take over Sherman, Albert Lewis. I would take Michael Haynes over him. I would take Mel Blount over him. Just to speak up for some of the eras where the rules maybe were a little bit different. But
so Luke, why'd you take Dion, Luke? Why did you take Dion? Why would you take Dion over everybody?
Speed, stickiness, just the flair for the big play when a big play is needed.
Right.
All of that.
Yeah.
If you had to look going back to Delane, Mansoor Delane, if you had to like put money on it, like if you see like where his future, the bright future, where it can go, what would you say one of these guys on the list would probably fit? I know I already said Revis, but out of you guys, I know you say you ain't gonna put it on and happen, but if you can see the future, what guy it would be?
At his best, I would maybe Pat Pete.
Mm-hmm.
LSU.
And that would, that kind of tracks. Yeah. DBU. Right. So yeah, I would say that again, not to get like so far over our skis here. Let's let him play a game or two. But yeah, I mean, if I were to like throw it down right now, I would say like Pat Pete would be if he had that career, you'd have to roll with that. Now he was kind of injured near the end and wasn't able to kind of be on the field on a regular basis. But when he was at his peak, if he's that good, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Coach?
Brandon Flowers.
Stop it, sir. Ain't nobody getting up.
Why you say stop it though? Why? Brandon Flowers same height. He's the same height, physicality and everything. He just got beat by Des Bryant. Des Bryant just had his number. Brandon Flowers was solid. Brandon Flowers was good. Boy. He was solid.
What tall was Brandon Flowers? Was he 5'8"?
About
5'9" ish. I mean, he wasn't very tall, but again, there's a different era. Physical guy. I mean, he was really good. Now,
let me ask you this, Bo. If Delane go out there and get beat his first time, he gives up his first touchdown, how would you feel? Do you still consider him as the island? Do you still consider him as
it is going to happen? He is going to give up his first touchdown.
I'm asking Mr. Gold Jacket over here. Are you going to ride the wave if you get beat for his touchdown? You still going to ride the wave?
He ain't going to get beat.
Put up the graphic again. Every single one of those guys has gotten beaten on numerous occasions. That's kind of like the league that you play.
I think Revis got beat more in the end of his career.
You're gonna get beat. That's just the nature.
Yeah, but how you get beat is the real question, Lou. How did you get beat now? Now, if it could be about a contested catch and it was contested and it was a fight for the ball,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But if you get rounded up and get beaten and get smoked, I'm like, hey. Because when Des Bryant smoked flowers, man, everybody
I would say again, every one of those guys has had
Jerry Rice,
many plays like that in their careers. So,
but listen, though, Jerry Rice got Deion. That's Jerry Rice. That's the best in the game. So I'm cool with that one.
But the point is that at any point, during the course, you're going to have a bad rep. I mean, there's just no question about it. You're going to have several bad reps over the course of a career. So I don't know that you can just look at one play and say he's going to be great or he sucks. I don't think.
I know you picked Deion. How did Deion fare against Randy? What's his name? Jerry Rice. Did he lock him up?
They played a lot because back then Atlanta was in the NFC West for some reason, but they played twice a year, and it was to me, if I remember, I mean, it was pretty even. And then there was one day in Atlanta, I believe in Fulton County Stadium, I think Rice may have gotten him for like 3 or 4. Now, again, it was against the team. I don't remember exactly that he was in coverage every time. He probably wasn't. Maybe they were putting him on Taylor more and trying to double Jerry, and he would take, Jonathan Taylor and kind of try to take him out of the game, and then they double Jerry Rice. But there was plenty of matchups with him. Yeah, I couldn't say, exactly rep for rep who did what, but certainly Jerry Rice beat everybody in his career.
Dame asked me, he was like, Dame said, Coach, every dog has his day. I get that, but let's go back to Revis. He wasn't getting smoked like that, bro.
Okay, Coach. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because
we can go. I mean, we'll go back to Jets tape and everything. We'll find where he gets beat. I mean, that's the nature of the game. There's nobody.
Give me somebody immune to it. Give me a player that beat him though. Give me a player that beat him.
See, again, you have no idea what the answer is to that. Neither do I. I don't have that kind of recall where I can remember.
The only player that beat him was DeAndre Hopkins was the only one that got us. Alice Prime was the last year with the Jets. It was DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, I watched it. I watched my guy. I'm a big fan of
that's fine, but there's no.
There's
no way from his rookie season to year 10, you're gonna find instances where he gets beat.
Listen. Though I'm asking Bo over here because he's a goal jacking guy and he's hyping this young man up. I'm asking him, is the hot train gonna be real when he go out there and get beat deep for a touchdown his rookie year? I mean, I'm asking you, how are you gonna feel about that, though, Bo?
I'm gonna feel great because it ain't gonna happen, sir. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He believes that he ain't gonna get burnt.
I believe, man. I went back and watched his tape, man, and I see Darrelle Revis. I know people gonna say hits. You already try to put the golden jacket on.
You do, man. You do, man.
I'm seeing Darrelle Revis, man. You know what I mean? The kid.
Give me a whole year with him, not giving him no touchdown. Give me
Darrelle Revis, man. I never see nobody lock down Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson was relentless. Calvin Johnson was terrorizing everybody. But here come an island called Revis, come out there and shut it around. And Chad Johnson was out there. Randy Moss was out there with the Patriots lighting up everybody. And here come a man named Darrelle Revis that was out there shut him down too, man. And Terrell Owens with the Bills. Terrell Owens with the Bills was looking good.
And he's muscular. And T.O. was muscular, boy. And he had some muscle on him now.
Darrelle Revis went over there.
So what you're saying is 2009 was a good year for Revis.
Excellent.
I don't know what the hell any of that has to do with Mansoor Delane, but
no, it does. Go explain. Go explain.
I wasn't finished. I was like, so with him locking all them down, you see what Delane did in college. He locked a lot of people down. 0 touchdown. 0 penalty. That's his discipline, and that's what your boy Revis did.
And again, you're not going to take anything away from his college tape, away from whatever. Was there anybody close to Randy Moss that they played this year? Was there anybody close to Terrell Owens or any of these guys? No. So again, you can't.
You play, Luke.
It's not really a comparison, so that you really can't do that. So. It's great. I guess it makes for like this 40 minutes of arguing
it is a comparison, Lou. It's
arguing over something we're never going to be able to solve until this kid plays.
Lou.
Were there other people? Were there other guys on? Were there other guys on there? Was there something else we can talk about today?
Lou. No. It's about the Yale guy over here because you know he hypes them up. I'm just asking. Is the hype train over when he gets beat for a touchdown? Because
you know the answer to that.
When Sauce Gardner gave up a touchdown, everybody said, "Oh, Sauce Gardner's overrated." I said,
the hype will never end.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is the hype train still there? If
he got a lot to live up to, you know, because a lot of people going to hold.
Especially your gold jacket list.
I know. I'm just saying.
A lot of time on Jets boards, Coach. Who can? Why would we never would be talking? Why would we care if Sauce gets beat?
That's what the graphics say. That's what the graphics say. He said the right Revis. Don't speaking on Revis.
Hold on.
That's what the graphics say.
With Delane, man, a lot of people going to hold over. He got picked at number 6, and the Chiefs traded up for him. And the Chiefs, headed as a big secret. A lot of people gonna try to hold that over his head. And then also been picked that high. It's been paying like one of the top corners in the league. So a lot of people gonna try to say, okay,
not really. I think it's what 4 years, 50 million. That's like that's like a third of what McDuffie's making. So. No, I mean, the money's not an issue. And again, it's really nothing against the kid. I mean, the team made the move. They wanted to go get him. And so
I know I'm just saying that's how fans do, though.
Yeah, well, my point is he's sitting right there. I don't care. We traded up to get him. I mean, in 10 years, again, if he's like the best corner in the league or even like top 5 corner, who the hell's going to remember that they gave up a 3rd or a 5th round pick to move up a little bit? Who cares? That's their guy. So they didn't want to take a chance.
I was second
that he slips out of their fingers.
I was second that shit because I still am salty about that shit. I'm still salty. Man. I could have got a damn Rob receiver, but hey, you get the guy. You move it up and get the corner. You move up and get the guy. And I told everybody this: I'm not taking nothing away from the young man from LSU. He played his ass off. Not taking nothing away from him. He's a hell of a talent. But I'm just disappointed in the opportunity of putting some premier talent around Mahomes. I'm not knocking his talent. I'm just saying just why they move up and get him. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest argument. But other than that, the guy's a hell of a talent. He's a hell of a talent.
Well, from Dallas. Yeah. I mean, yes. And again, we can make the same comment about every corner in the league that plays any length of time. Right?
Yeah,
you're gonna get beat.
I agree with you, Lou.
So the point is this. Again,
I'm just saying he ain't gonna get beat.
And we've had this conversation before. If this guy, you've got him rated as a top 5 player that you've gone through, and you have him rated against these wide receivers that for some reason everybody has sainted now, and they're like which they weren't rated as highly. And I don't know of any of them that are true number 1 receivers. Some of them had some questions. I'm not saying they suck, but if you've got this kid as a top 5 player, you have a chance to get a top 5 player and not sit there and wait and maybe somebody jumps you and takes them. Do it. Go get them. So they did.
I love the move.
And I know. So that's what the draft capital is for, to kind of manipulate the board. We always cheer, how he makes these moves. How does he do it? He manipulates the board. He uses other picks to go get different people. So no, I think that was the right move. If they had him rated that high, that's what you do. You don't wait around and sit there and say, well, yeah, New Orleans might take him, but we'll just roll the dice. So yeah. I'm good with it.
And that's why I have for you guys today. But
what about the other guys on the gold jacket list? Why are we focusing on just one?
Because Delane was hey, we got to stretch this out. Delane was on the first one on the list.
Lou, do you see the graphic, Lou? Now I'm speaking about the Jets. So there go your answer, Lou. I'm speaking on the topic. This is the topic, Darrelle Revis and Delane.
Yeah.
That's the topic, right? That's what I was thinking.
The horse is dead.
No,
we're not going to solve. We're not going to.
We still kicking the horse in the ass.
We're not solving anything.
I'm gonna still kick the horse in the ass until the season, even after the season.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because Mr. Goldjacket hyping this guy up, so I gotta make sure he's that guy.
I'm not hyping him up. But also, you know what I mean, if you guys just joining again, who we got coming joining on Monday, Luke?
Yes, sir. JP Acosta from CBS Sports headquarters, live on this here program, will be joining us. Now they cover all 32, but he did speak recently about the Chiefs draft, and I think Hence might have clipped part of it and put it out there. And he's going to be joining us, so that'll be cool.
Yeah,
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. He's gonna come in and ask some questions about what he think about the draft. And you know, the kid is young, and he's been in the game for a while. And I watched their podcast as well. They got a good podcast out there as well. And our Mason Thomas was one of his favorite guys. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to start no more stuff up, but I'm just saying.
I think you are.
Lou, you've been dealing with this guy for the longest. We know when he about to start some shit. You know you about to start some shit, man.
But again,
hey, Crystal, you right, Crystal. I'm salty to the T. I am.
Yeah,
I'm freaking salty.
Kid with Hence about our Mason Thomas. You know, we like his potential. We like his style. We like his build. But again, it's against what the Chiefs have done in the past at that position. So
did you say we? No, y'all like his build. Mr. Botoffer love his build. You've been dissing Bane all draft. Little orange, but this dude right here.
No, his measurables are just like Derek Thomas's. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
It's great.
Oh my God. This another guy can't wait for the season. He's another guy can't wait. Oh, he better have it. He better have at least 15 sacks.
Strike up the band, Boomer Sooner.
He better have at least 15 sacks, man. He better have at least 15 sacks.
Did I not hype up Jeremiah Love? Now he's on your team. Now you got.
I ain't hype him up yet because we still got to see him perform.
I seen him perform.
I got to see him perform, man.
With this said, guys, we want to thank everybody for joining in. We want to thank everybody, for joining in the show today. Nick is not in. He's handling the family issues that he's dealing with today. I think he'll be back on Monday. Also, man, hey, don't want to miss the show on Monday, man. Hey, it's going to be a live show where you're going to get to ask all the questions for one.
Special guest, yes, absolutely. No editing, man. We're 100% all the way live.
All the way live, man.
All the way live. We're going to be live, so y'all can ask any question. I asked him, did he want to go pre-recording or live? He said, let's do it live. Let's do it live. You know what I mean? So hey,
like I said, it's always live for us. But yeah.
Silly.
So with that said, guys, we want to thank everybody for joining in. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. I know a lot of people ain't up to tune on Delane like Coach. You know, he's a little sore.
Nah, Coach is it just gold jacket put too much butter on the biscuit, Bill. Hey, I'm just making sure. I want to see the man get busy. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man.
All right, man. Hey, with that said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close this out, and I'm gonna leave y'all with a special tune.
Hence.
Should I leave it? You said you want to be a play it again?
Hence.
I'll go ahead and drop it.
Hence. Golden jackets are for real. The all 22 fam studying hints. Put in show up on draft day to your favorite teams. 53-man rosters. It's the Golden Jackets. Say what? It's the Golden